Hi everyone! Thank you so much for tuning into my tarot channel today. My name is Paulina and I have a reading to share with you. And I don't know if it will be super long. I actually don't know. Sometimes I say that and I get really carried away and it's like just tangent upon tangent. So see what happens. But as I said before, or maybe you haven't watched my plethora of unwatched videos, but I said at one point like that I'm going through something in my life right now which I will keep mysterious. But well, there's kind of multiple things happening, but while this is happening I'm going to do a reading every day, and it's inspired by this person who I think his name is Therapy Jeff, and he was like going through a breakthrough, and a breakup. Wow, so it's some subconscious thoughts there. He's going through a breakup, and so he posted every day and became really big on social media. Not that I have dreams of becoming big on social media at all, but it's sort of like just, I don't know, it's like just sort of that like part of the routine of the day. I don't know. So here we are. Okay, we got torment. Ooh, shit. Somebody feels tormented in their life. I don't know like what this is about though. This does have, it's just like a man on a pole. Maybe there's a situation where you feel like I'm just hearing this song. It's like, your love keeps getting higher. That's not the words, but it's like higher and higher. I don't know. I was listening to Motown today while I did some administrative work on my phone. With my companion here, Daphne, if you want to know. There is another practitioner here. Her name is Daphne. She is a dog. She doesn't like to be in the readings, but she's here. And she's part of it. Okay, so torment. But I was channeling that song because it's like, I feel like it's surprising that you're here, because I feel like you've gone really high from where you've been, but something's still tormenting you. And, ooh, what is this? Medicine Woman. It's like crumpled because I take terrible care of my cards, and my nails are disgusting. Please don't look at them. Medicine Woman. Maybe there's, I just like love the colors in this. And I love the idea that there's like rivers and tides within someone, and like a sunset, and I don't know. And it's just like a great illustration. I usually don't like sort of illustrative art, but I just love this deck. I love the sense of colors. Ooh, that keeps coming up. That's the symbol for I think it's Ishtar or Set, one of those. I keep messing them up. But it's also just like, is it like a thumbnail moon or something? I don't know what it's really called. Yeah, I feel like there's something going on where it's like you're like emptying out yourself in some way, and it has to do with some torment that's happened. Like I almost feel like oh, the steam ball. Okay, I know what this is about, because this is like spirit talking to me, because I as a child used to have really bad asthma, and I would do this like, I would like get a bowl filled with hot water, preferably microwave to boiling, and then put my, or just boiled water, and then put my head over it with steam, wait for a little to cool down a little bit, and then put like a towel over my head so I could breathe in the steam, and that really does the trick. It's really good for your pores too. So somebody needs to like, that reminds me a lot of just like sweat lodges and like the old idea of like what, like ceremonies and teepees. This is about Native American stuff. It's the Vision Quest Tarot. So I think it's a tribe from the west, like the plains. I'm sorry, this is a little bit scattered, but I feel like the thing that's tormenting you has to do with like, now it's like being released because you're like you're opening something of yourself to the world, to someone else. Or I don't know if it's like, I'm almost seeing like, what am I seeing here? It looks like somebody taking off a suit, like an outfit, like I'm sorry, like an animal outfit, like for Halloween. You know, somebody, or like someone who's like I can't think of the word. Oh my god, I'm like blanking because Spirit's like blanking me. You know when a team has a mascot? Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Okay, so like, yeah, okay, that's why. Okay, so I'm being shown you have a mascot. So that may be someone who like has changed, because I saw them coming out of, I didn't know if it was a man or woman, but they're coming, it's like they're taking off their like disguise of wearing the giant bird head and like the giant finger or whatever, you know, mascots wear for teams. I don't like really like going to basketball games or anything. Yeah, and you, ooh, shit. I feel like you know maybe who this is, but also I feel like it's maybe being unmasked. Yeah. Six of Water, pleasure. Six of Water reversed. So there's something from the past that did bring pleasure. Now maybe, I don't know if we're in a retrograde of Mercury. Maybe there's somebody from the past talking to you. But I just feel a little bit unclear about this, what this reading is really about. But I'm not going to try to push it too much. Let's just see. Nine of Water, joy. You felt joy with this mascot. I don't know who they are. I don't know if you really know them. Maybe it's someone, also since they're wearing the suit, maybe you don't really know this person. Maybe you know like parts of them, but on a broader spiritual level, I think you do. And I think I was seeing the Sweat Lodge because maybe this person was there for like a ceremonial moment in your life. And also, you know, this could be someone that you're like split up with, that like even, you know, it could have like ended badly, but I'm telling you that they still, even if it's like someone you would never talk to again, they still care. And there's also another person here who has like energy towards you here in the reading. Let's see who that person is. Nine of Fire, inner strength. This person is strong and they see that you're very strong. And they're not the mascot, they're somebody else. But the mascot, I feel, is somebody sweet from your past who cares, but I don't think they can be in your life anymore for some reason. I also see them taking off the suit as like they've, you know, they're able to do their job from afar, but they're no longer like putting on the costume anymore. Or they're not coming into work. They're there energetically, but there's this other person is Four of Earth and security. There's another person that has like stability, or they want stability with you. But they're also with the Four of Earth is Four of Pentacles. So they may be like holding on to you in some way. Maybe you've tried to get away from this person, or they tried to get away from you, and now there's like trouble letting go. Balance. Yeah. For some reason I was just thinking about like doing gymnastics when I was a kid. I did like everything. I was like so weird. Like I just wanted to like try everything. But you know, you're on like the balance beam. Okay. I don't know if somebody is watching who's been like through some sort of public, because that made me think about this like horrible gymnastics coach who like, this didn't happen at my gymnastics place, but it's not funny, but he just like, he abused a bunch of people at this gym, like I think it was like the Olympics. I forget his name. I can't even, I think it starts with an N, but he's in jail now. But somebody, like, maybe you've been through something like where you feel like it, I don't know if this is from your past, but it feels like somebody who was in a place of power really effed up and put you in a vulnerable place, and now and it doesn't have to be like sexual abuse. It could be like something really, I'm sorry, if anyone, trigger warning, you know, I'm a sexual assault survivor myself, so I understand it's like terrifying to talk about, but I also don't want to have silence and shame around it. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to bring that up here. Maybe an energy of someone watching who has been through something like that. And I want to tell you that, you know, you can, 6 of Fire, victory, you can reclaim your life, you can reclaim your identity, you can reclaim who you are. And it doesn't matter what the degree of what happened is, like, it still counts. I'm telling you, if you felt violated, it still counts. And the 6 is the 6 of Fire, this is 6 of Wands, so it's like you are coming into a time, I keep getting this 6 of Wands, public recognition. You're like not caring so much about these like secrets or about like what people think. Maybe you're speaking up, and it has to do with that torment that's like being let go of. In the beginning of the reading, it was like torment, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I think the mascot maybe is seeing that you're like, the person that you were with before maybe is seeing that you're in this new place, and they're like, I can't abide by this energy, because I think they profited or they enjoyed having you sort of more disempowered. Okay, we also got 5 of Fire, stress, 6 of Air. This is really broken, but I used to make dream catchers when I was a kid. I don't know, I'm talking about my childhood so much. I'm gonna focus on that. I feel like somebody here who's watching is like thinking about their childhood. Maybe you're in your place of childhood, or like maybe you have children and you're wondering, are you giving them a good childhood? But the dream catcher here, I feel like you have been able to, you know, this keeps away bad dreams or bad spirits from somebody's bed, from their psyche. You have been able to protect people in your life. And these are owl feathers, I believe, which are about, you know, vision, night vision, seeing more clearly, seeing what we're hiding from ourselves. Don't mind the annoying closing doors, sorry. Just uptight people who are angry. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the reading. There may be someone around you who's like really tense, and they're like, everything they do is like really tense. I don't know if it's like someone you have to deal with every day. You maybe have to like some interaction with them, but it's not you. It's someone you're around, and like every they don't know how to deal with their tension, and it's also not the second person we're talking about. This is a third person. It's just someone you have to like maybe do business with, or live with, or do money stuff with, or like ask them for something every day. I don't know. Or maybe it's a logistical thing, and maybe it's like you have to talk to them, okay? And they're stressed because there's like bad communication, but like, and you've tried to like shield yourself from their negativity, but also like, I think with the owl vision, you're seeing that this person has like limited capacity for functioning without that, like I'm thinking of people who they just like slam the door of the car because they're just like so agitated about something else, but it like feels so good then, or just like slam down the dishwasher. Like everything with this person may be like that. Or it also may be like, I'm getting an energy of like, whenever you say something, they're like, well, it's not my fault that that's happening, and you're like, I'm not saying it is. Like I'm getting this as a combative person, and it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, it does, because you're there. Hint hint, get away from this person as much as you can. There may be a situation where like you must deal with them, which is what I'm seeing, but I'm also seeing with the owl feather that like you are seeing you're seeing that there's limits to like what the relationship is. You're seeing there's limits to like, maybe this is like a family member, or like a parent, or even it could be like a spouse, or a boyfriend, girlfriend, even just a friend or a coworker. You're seeing you're now seeing with the owl vision that it's like there's only so much you can do to appease or make them happy, or, you know, and that's such a good lesson. It's like, yeah, we can try to make it work with people who are unworkable, but eventually we'll realize like it's better to step back and realize, you know, I'm almost seeing like someone carving a turkey and then realizing it, like, you don't have the right tools. Like the knives aren't sharp enough, or like you have like a little butter knife and you're trying to like get this thing precisely carved, and it's like, I don't even eat meat, so I don't know why it's coming up, but I'm thinking of tryptophan. I think is that the chemical that makes you tired in turkey? Somebody here may be like tired. Even just mentioning the assault stuff may have like made you tired. Sometimes if we like think about old trauma, the cortisol, you know, you get all excited and then you may have like a drop. So I'm sorry if that's upsetting for you, but I also don't like really I don't want to like perpetuate shame about this kind of stuff. You know, I don't see myself as a victim. I see myself as a survivor, and you should too. And I'm way luckier than a lot of people in terms of like my experience that was negative experiences. So, ooh, we got torment again. So yeah, this could be the viewers tormented by some negative experience like that. It doesn't have to be, you know, it could also just be like rejection from the opposite sex. If we put it more broadly, or like over attention from the opposite sex that was like, or even like just an abusive relationship that wasn't like, you know, the sexual boundaries were weird. Sorry, I talk about sex a lot, so if that's weird for you, you can leave. Let's see what's else coming. So I wanted to tune into that other person who is like not your mascot, and they're not the difficult person. I guess there's 3 people in this reading. So it's telling me this other person, I'm seeing like a little plant and like a little new, what is it called? It's like people like buy like these little styrofoam jars or whatever, or cardboard jars, and then they put little soil, and then they just like grow like these mini plants, and then you can, in theory, transfer them to your garden, but, or some people just keep them in there and then just pot them, but usually you do them en masse, so you have like, or en masse, so you have like a bunch of, see how that person closed their door like way more chill. So then you have a bunch of these plants, okay? I don't know if this person likes plants, or they have a green thumb, or they like to be outdoors. They also, you know, it may be like a new sort of relationship, or they may be like younger. This person may be growing new things in their life, like, or if they're not younger, they may be like young at heart in some way, like for their age, okay? And I don't know what this relationship is, but this person like sees you. They've been like following what you're doing. They care, and they also like with the plant, I just want to see what I see for a second here. I don't know. My mind is so weird when I like really just let it be intuitive. I'm seeing like baked beans. Okay, that's making me think of going to Boston, and like I used to, or no, Concord, Mass. Okay, this is so weird and specific. There was this like baked beans candy that I liked, and my cousin and I liked it. This is so weird. I don't even remember this. I guess childhood really is a big focus, and I'm going to talk about why in a second in the reading, and then I'm going to go. This is like a weird energy, this reading. I don't know. Okay, so Concord, Mass. There's all these like revolutionary sites there, and historical sites, and Civil War sites, I believe, too. And it's really cool. The baked beans candy can be symbolic of somebody who's watching that, you know, now I don't really eat candy because I don't know, as I got older, my like taste buds have changed, and it's like too sweet, or sweets. I used to be like really, or I mean very recently like was very into sweets, but now I find that it's like too much for me, even a little bit. So you may have like a sweet change. So now I do more actually crave like beans. I'm a vegan, so I eat a lot of like black beans. I don't really eat baked beans that much, but it still works. I guess I'm just saying the shift from candy to real beans. Like, and also, let's see, how does the war stuff fit in? I feel like maybe you've been through sort of a veritable war in your life in the past 18 months. That's a random number that came right to my head, so maybe that's right for you. And when you add that up, it adds to 9. So you've been sort of like forced to be like really independent at this time, and to like also be humanitarian, which I'm hearing is hard for you with some of these situations. Like, if you are like an assault survivor or an abuse survivor, it's like you've already got that on your plate, and then, or just even if you come from a toxic relationship, and then you're obviously, I guess, dealing with someone daily who is very tense and it's like affecting you. And then also, I think there's this like mascot, which is an old relationship, and then there's this like new person. So it sounds like really confusing, but it's also like, I feel like an energy from you that you feel really detached. I don't think that's bad though. Yeah, let's get a little bit on your energy and what's hidden, and then end the reading. Your energy. But in terms of switching from fake beans to real beans, it's just like something in your life is being upgraded. I don't know what it is. And you may be like working really hard for that to happen. Like maybe you're just like putting the pedal to the metal, like trying, I don't know, maybe you're like applying to grants or loans or new apartment or job or something. You're trying to put, that's where we got the 6 of Wands. You're trying to like put yourself out there. You're just like, you know, whatever people think of you, you're like sort of like, I don't really care. And you're also just like, put me out there, put me out there. I'm hearing no press is bad press, which I think is that Paris Hilton said that? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's kind of the energy I'm talking about, is somebody who like turns something that is negative, which could just be like this assault situation, into something that's like, you know, empowering. I mean, I think Paris Hilton's experience of like what happened to her with that sex tape was like, it's totally horrible, and it's a crime against her, and it's like not fair, and it's a sexist world we live in, and I'm sure she went through a lot of pain about it. It's also like, who cares? It's like, screw those people who are like judging you. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence went through a similar thing. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to someone who's gone through some sort of like public thing, and they're like all nervous about it, but I actually don't think anyone really cares. And the people who do care, it's like they're small-minded, and like, let them care. This could also just be like something you can't help. Like maybe you're like sick with something and people are like noticing, and they're like, oh, I'm seeing you go through cancer treatment, or like, you know, I don't know, something that like people, there's no way to avoid it. Maybe you've like lost 80 pounds and people are like, wow, like you look completely different, and you're just like on display a little bit more here, and you're like having to own it. And oh, what's hidden from the viewer? Okay, the Hermit, Daughter of Water, and the Shaman. I think that this new person is a shaman. This crow and the totem pole. This person has been through, this new person has been through like a lot of, I think they're like a new old person. Like it's like someone you kind of know, but like they're coming in a new way, and I don't know how. And with the shaman, the 5 can be communication, and the fact that he's, you know, this can be like a good omen of just like luck and then wisdom, and this can, that he's standing in front of that. It's like he or she has overcome a lot of, because shaman can be a woman as well, has overcome a lot of like emotions, because that's what the totem pole is. It's like just like cartoons of what feelings are, really. They've overcome a lot of stuff, and they're kind of masterful, and maybe that's how they show up in your life, as like a shaman person who like helps you, heals you. Hermit. I don't think you were able to see them that way or see anyone that way, if this was the relationship you had with this person. And I think that you've become a hermit because, in the Bear's protection, the most important thing for you is your intuition with the moon, your protection, and just like literally just, you know, I think being alone is needed, because you feel that mascot really, when they took their mask off and they hung up their uniform, you were just like, wow, I'm alone here with some trauma on my own. I got final card that I'm gonna, oh, sorry. I said what's hidden. What else is hidden? Son of Fire. What's hidden is that like you have an indomitable spirit. So I don't really know if you went through what we said in the beginning. And that could also just be some fear you have. Like you're afraid of that happening. But I want to tell you that like you can overcome anything that comes your way. And I don't want you to get caught in loop thinking, oh, this is what I'm also sensing. Someone who has had bad things happen, that's where we got the torment, is now in a loop of like, what if this happens? What if this happens? And you can't think that way. You have to think, okay, you can think that way and then think, what can I do what steps can I take so that will probably not happen, and make those steps. And that's the best you can do, and lower the statistical likelihood of that happening by changing the variables, okay? There's other things that we can't control. Like if you're worrying about like a freak flood that, you know, no one knew was happening, like, and it just happens, like, or like a tornado or something, and you live in Oklahoma, you know, I don't know. There's not much you can do. It's just like hold on and try to get through it. I'm hearing like Eye of the Storm, which has come through in my readings before. And like it's calm in the eye of the storm. So somebody who's watching, like when I look at your energy, I do see like a tornado vibe. Like there's a lot of vortices, maybe multiple, of thought. There's like a lot of energy. There's a lot of actually excitement. And the cyclical or centrifugal force that is a tornado. Sorry, did I say hurricane? I meant tornado. They're very similar though. Is a force unto itself. Like it's almost like when you spin a dreidel and it spins and spins, and then it only stops when it's good and ready. Okay, that's a point here. Okay, now I feel like now that the reading's over, I'm feeling like latched in. So that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna spin and spin and spin until you stop with this trauma stuff. And you know what, you are gonna land somewhere better with these like plans or whatever, pedal to the metal, trying to make it. You're gonna, something eventually is gonna catch on, and you're gonna find, seeing like a fisherman, you're gonna catch a few fish that are like bad and they don't make sense, like with whatever you're trying to do, and then you're gonna find a fish that's good, and you're gonna use that, and you're gonna move forward. And I don't know what the role of this new person is, but I am seeing them act as some sort of medicinal force in your life. As in like the energy between you is like medically healing, which is a weird thing to say, but this reading is more about like you. And like with the dreidel, I think that is my step grandfather they were coming through, who was Jewish, or he was an atheist, but he was Jewish and taught me a lot about Judaism. He died, he was in his 90s. Anyway, you know, we play with dreidels and stuff, even though I wasn't Jewish. Yeah, it's like it lands and then it has like a little symbol, and then there's like it's like a game and you can get coins, and I feel like you're waiting for something. You're hoping that once this like stuff that you're spinning and spinning, once it like stops, that like you will stop and land on the right thing. You're like, oh, I hope that like it works out. It's almost like when you do the jackpot and you like see it and you're like, oh, I hope it like, lands on something good. But I don't know why you're thinking that way, because you can always just like spin it again. And I think the centrifugal force I'm seeing actually is your solar plexus chakra. Okay. Sorry, this is like really weird. It's getting activated again. Maybe it's been dormant for a long time. Maybe you've been like dependent on someone or something, or like you've been having thoughts like I can't make money, or like I don't know. There's a lot of reasons we can get in these situations, but like I'm seeing that like force moving. It's specifically red, and it took a long time for me to see, but it is relating to the force of a hurricane. It's moving, and it's like it's exciting, and just like hold on to that energy, and don't let this old stuff get you down, this old torment, this old whatever, it's sexual or whatever, it's like it's shaming, it feels really negative, and it's like I don't even want you to go there as something that like is something that you caused or you should be embarrassed about or whatever. It's like no. And just like moving forward positively with our lives and leaving things in the past that don't serve us. And that's the energy I'm getting. It feels really good. And I'm seeing like a bright blue sky, which if you are in Oklahoma, you would probably see that after a tornado or a hurricane. Well, hurricanes are really, I did experience a hurricane when I was a kid because I lived in Florida for a brief time when I was very young. And I do remember it was scary and it was like, what is this? But I also remember the same thing happened during a flood in Connecticut growing up. We had to like take shelter in like some different location, and it was weird. And I think you're in a situation like that where it feels like just the words taking shelter feels important. You're just like, I don't know like what's gonna happen, and I'm afraid, but keep doing these things. Like it's okay to be in isolation and keep like trying to like make these things happen, because I'm seeing something happen. I'm seeing a latch hook in, and I don't know, I am seeing the number 8, so I don't know if it's 8 weeks, 8 days, 8 months, 8 hours that you're gonna like hear 8 minutes, something about this thing you've been like putting energy out towards, but it is gonna come back. And 8 also is a big money number. It relates to Saturn, it relates to discipline. So keep going, keep trying. And your spirit guides are saying like, you know, let in new love and like let in new hope, and not just with like another person, but like with yourself, with the world. Dare to trust that something good could happen, because I feel like the viewer has been through some stuff where it's like you may have thoughts where this keeps coming up in my readings, no good things can happen now, and that's just simply not true. Spirit is pushing you towards a better situation, and you're gonna see. Let's see if I can channel a song here as we close. I know this is a long reading. First thing I thought of was Mr. Rogers. Oh no, I don't want to cry. Please don't make me cry. I hate when Spirit does this. Okay, I love Mr. Rogers. What is this song he sings? Oh my god. Your neighbor. I don't know. I don't know if I can sing it. I might have to like... Basically just... Mr. Rogers, oh my god, that energy is like so positive and just healing. I don't know if you watched that show. I was like an addict growing up. Ooh, okay. I can't think of the song from Mr. Rogers, but it's really beautiful and he sings it. And there's puppets, and I was obsessed with puppets growing up, so I was just that show. Oh my god. But I am thinking of this song, Willy Wonka, which is obviously the song I meant to hear. You know, when the beginning is like da, da, da. Okay, I'm not gonna get the lyrics right, but it's like, come with me and we'll see world of pure imagination. And I'm singing it in the wrong key. Da, 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 da. Come with me and you'll see a land of pure imagination. Kind of how it goes. It's really not how it goes, but oh, it's such a beautiful song. And combined with the Mr. Rogers energy, the land of pure imagination, when you know when they come to Willy Wonka's factory, I'm thinking of the one from the like 60s, the old version. It's like it's so amazing, and Charlie is poor, and oh, he's picked with the lottery ticket because, or he gets the golden ticket because, okay, because he's humble and he is the only one with a pure heart, and Willy Wonka sees that because he puts them all through these tests. And I'm seeing that this new person, I don't even know where this is coming from. They like see you like that. Like they see you as like a land of pure imagination. Like you have like a really pure imagination, and also like that you open them up to this whole other world. So there's like admiration, and also just like this sort of like just like softness, and like with the puppets I'm feeling like playfulness. Yeah. And Charlie, and so of course, I think you're gonna win. You're gonna win the chocolate factory, and it's gonna be good. And I don't know. I just love the grandparents in bed across from each other in Charlie and Chocolate Factory. It used to be an old joke with an old boyfriend of mine, that we were like Charlie and Chocolate Factory people, because his grandparents are like in bed forever. Anyway, yeah. Love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Kind of a weird reading. I am thinking of you, and I am thinking of the mother Mary. She's in this reading, and she's laughing at me because I'm so ridiculous. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day.